charged with the political and moral responsibility to transform the social and economic landscape of northern Nigeria. Let me begin by extending our deepest sympathies to the victims of the recent flood disaster in Maiduguri and other parts of the north, as well as the families of people affected by the tragic tanker explosion in Kaduna State. I equally commiserate with other victims of terrorism, banditry, and other criminal activities in the north and Nigeria at large. We stand in solidarity with them during these difficult times. We must continue to work with the federal government and relevant agencies to provide the necessary support and relief to those affected. As we gather here today, our collective resolve is being tested by the ongoing challenges that we face. These include, but is not limited to, terrorism, banditry, kidnapping, farmer-hider clash, drug abuse, the menace of Almaty and out-of-school children, poverty, unemployment, and many others. However, our unity and commitment to the prosperity of the people remains our greatest source of strength that will enable us to overcome these challenges. While security remains a top priority for the region, we must acknowledge the recent gains made against criminals, especially the elimination of bandits and terror leaders. However, we cannot afford complacency. We must sustain these gains in order to ensure lasting peace and stability. We recently received the report of the Coalition of Northern Groups Security Committee, and we are going to carefully study and implement their recommendations. Our engagements with security agencies and civil society groups must continue to chart a sustainable path for peace and stability in northern Nigeria, and that is why the Chief of Defense Staff is personally here today in order to address this August gathering. The recent end bad governance protests that took place in August serves as a wake-up call for all northern leaders. Youth restiveness is a growing concern, driven by illiteracy, poverty, and lack of economic opportunities. Our young people are calling out for change, and it is our responsibility to listen to them and act accordingly. We must scale up efforts to tackle the root causes of youth restiveness by investing in education, skills development, and job creation. Let us focus on creating pathways for the youth to channel their energy into productive ventures, thereby reducing their vulnerability to crime and other social vices. The economic hardship faced by many Nigerians today is undeniable, and considering the north-south disparity in economic balance, it is even more pronounced in northern Nigeria. This calls for urgent intervention. It is essential that we, as leaders, adopt measures to alleviate the suffering, such as targeted social welfare programs, support for small and medium enterprises, and policies that attract investment to our state. At the same time, we must work with the federal government to ensure that fiscal policies are sensitive to the realities of the day. As we speak today, most of our northern states are in darkness due to vandalization of electricity transmission infrastructure. This not only underscores the vulnerability of critical infrastructure, but also the need to build additional transmission lines and diversify our energy supply so as to better connect our region and improve our energy resilience. Northern Nigeria holds immense agricultural potentials, which, if fully harnessed, can significantly alleviate hunger and boost economic growth. To achieve this, we must provide adequate support to our farmers, including access to financing, modern farming techniques, and infrastructure, such as roads and irrigation systems. Furthermore, Ensuring the security of rural areas is crucial so that farmers can return to their fields without fear. Agriculture should not only be seen as a means to feed our people, but also as a catalyst for industrialization and job creation across the region. That can be achieved through the industrialization of the North, especially by reviving the textile value chain and the development of other agro-allied industries. On the environment, the recent flood incidents in many parts of the North serves as a severe reminder of the urgent need to implement effective mitigation measures. We must adopt policies that provide environmental conservation, sustainable agricultural practices, and responsible resource management. Moreover, the deterioration of our environment exacerbates communal conflicts, particularly between farmers and herders, further threatening the stability of our communities. Addressing this issue holistically is crucial to not only preserving our natural resources, but also ensuring social harmony. To achieve this, we must partner with the federal government and other stakeholders to build irrigation infrastructure like canals and waterways to divert excess water and channel them towards irrigation activities, thus enhancing rural livelihoods and safeguarding food security. As we deliberate on these pressing issues, let us not lose sight of the bigger picture, our shared responsibility to chart the way forward for a prosperous and forward-looking northern Nigeria. We must deepen our cooperation in areas such as infrastructure, education, and trade, working together to harness our region's immense potentials. As I said in my previous address, the future of Nigeria is regional, especially with the recent creation of the Ministry of Regional Development and today's political realities. As northern leaders, we must prepare for that future. Achieving this will require comprehensive reforms across all institutions. We are currently undertaking the reform of the Northern States Governors Forum in order to strengthen its institutional capacity, which will enable it to effectively address the region's challenges. The ongoing restructuring of the new Nigeria Development Company is also crucial, as it will serve as a catalyst for Northern Nigeria's economic revival, thus paving the way for significant investment in critical infrastructure and strategic sectors that will drive sustainable development. Additionally, revitalizing our traditional institutions will transform them into more effective tools for conflict resolution and citizen engagement, thereby ensuring that our strategies that reflect the needs and aspirations of our people. The agenda of our meeting today reflects our commitment to partnering with the federal government and other domestic and international stakeholders. We will engage the Presidential Livestock Reforms Implementation Committee in order to take advantage of the opportunities in the sector, especially with the creation of the Ministry of Livestock Development. We are also partnering with the World Bank through programs like Ayoade to boost education access, especially to the girl child, and AgriSam in order to ensure environmental sustainability and responsible ecological management. Other partners include those from the security sector, the economy, and other strategic sectors. My dear respected colleagues, it is pertinent that we evolve from symbolic high-profile meetings to developing cohesive, robust, and actionable plans that meet the specific needs of our individual states and the northern region. This is time to walk the talk, to turn our collective aspirations into reality, so as to leave an unblemished legacy to the northern Nigeria.
This morning is yet another blessed morning to all of us in the northern part of the country. We are gathered at the seat of government, Kaduna State, and also the northern states as leaders of this great north because of issues affecting us, all issues affecting us. Once more, we thank the Northern Governors Forum for inviting us to yet another meeting, another joint meeting. The last we had was, I think, July 2022 in this very hall. Some of you were present then, and those who were present then and present now, they are serving your second term. So most of you are new governors here. And at that forum, we discussed extensively on all issues affecting the North. That time, the then governor of Plateau, Lalong, was the chairman. And we had a series of meetings, we had a series of reports offered to all of us here in this hall. And committees set up that we're supposed to go back and work and bring in reports. I remember very well how the meeting ended. A very, very high note and a very strong mood of going back to work for the North. And I've always been an advocate of any region that develops is part of Nigeria that is developed. So for us to come together to one developed North, which has been receiving backing from all over the country, especially in the North, it's important for us once more to thank Almighty Allah for bringing us to yet another meeting. I want to thank the chairman of the Northern Governors Forum for a very, very elaborate briefing. All what we wanted to discuss and come up with solutions are in that report. And I've always said it that we don't lack, we never lack solutions to our problems. What we lack is always implementation. So many papers have been written by so many people across this country on problems affecting us. But the problem of implementing such proposals have always been the end of our successes. But what I have this morning, I will not use the words of the federal government or Ayoade of renewed hope. I don't want to pick those two words, but if I do, people should know, yes, I'm speaking on behalf of my colleagues. What we've had this morning, our hopes are renewed that if we work together, and I know we'll work together because there's a new sense of direction, there's no new sense of commitment between the governors and this council of ours. We assure you 100%, Your Excellencies, we are with you in this journey, we will not look back. Call on us at any time. We'll be willing to come to Kaduna or to go to anywhere to meet with you. Call any of our members who you know can deliver on any particular issue while you're having your meetings. And if you invite some few of us, of course, I'm not sure we will be there. We've had all the points the chairman brought up. And I think they have covered virtually everything. But I don't think we have to waste our time talking about some of these issues again. But to go in the closed session maybe and discuss some of these problems. But I want to assure the Northern Governors Forum, one point I didn't hear was the establishment of the Almadi and out-of-school children commissioned by the federal government, which we 100% supported. And the leader of that team has already been with us and we've discussed. I think we must include it in what we are going to discuss because the issue of out-of-school children and Almadi is a very sore problem to all of us. So if you go around the states, the towns, cities, villages, what you see around is very unpleasant. We have so many children, hundreds of thousands, if not millions, roaming about. That commission must be supported by all of us so that it succeeds. And I'm sure if it succeeds, we can now boast and say, yes, we are on the way to, let me use the word freedom. But once you educate somebody, they are given the freedom to be himself and work for himself and work for humanity, work for the communities. Excellencies, we are ready to go. Reach out to us every time. Our loyalty to the people we work for is 100%. So we don't give loyalty 99%. General, you know, we don't give loyalty 99%, we give 100%. If you are loyal 100%, good. If you are 99%, you are not loyal. So for us, who happen to wear the uniform, we know what it means, what is the meaning of loyalty. We are 100% loyal in this journey. And Alhamdulillah, I have that belief. I have a very strong belief. This set of northern governors will turn around the table and make North a much better and safer place.